So before we get into it, as always, if you can guess what nation I played in this map, I'll pin your comment. So Sinai, we know there's two different versions of this one. There's this one, and then there's everything where, if you can imagine the 8-line being, and then beyond, that's where the other map is. For this, the really important thing here is this 7-line area, because no matter which team, team 1, team 2, if you can take over the enemy's top area, you can control their spawn, and then you can control the map, kind of. Now, there's a lot more that goes into it, and what we can see is that Team 1 puts up a heavy defense in that 7C block. Now, Team 2 is doing the same thing. They're putting up a heavy defense, but it's not as heavy, I would guess. The other thing is that in the C6, C7, right there at that line, Team 1 has got a lot of players up on their hill. That is a very common hill for Team 1 to sit on. Now, Team 2 does have the ability to snipe at that hill from a number of locations. The problem is that as you get higher in BR and you have laser rangefinders, APFSDS, it gets harder to take the field out here in the bottom, what's this, the FG 2, 3, I'll say, we'll even throw the E in there. So any one of these little hills you can get into and you can snipe at some of those rocks. But again, at this BR, if you got up tier 2 and 8-0 and you're in the 7s, you might not have thermals, you might not have APFSDS, you might not have rangefinder. So this is really a BR where, you know, it depends on what nation you're playing and what you have can kind of really determine it. And I go back to it that there needs to be a hard limit where 7s don't fight 8s. It's kind of just this thing where there's such a disparity that it needs to be addressed. So back to this, Team 1 has dominating control over the A point. Team 2 isn't even attempting to go out for it. And then the B point was contested. It was fought over for a little bit and then lost. And then from here, what we have is pretty much, you know, the hills have eyes. And it's the lower hills have eyes, the upper hills have eyes. And Team 1 is doing a fantastic job at controlling the flow of the enemy. Now, Team 2 does have this normal problem of people running out of the match, or it wasn't really one spawn wonders, we'll call them 2 spawn somethings, I don't know. But Team 2 does end up pushing and almost able to take Team 1's spawn. Problem is, nobody's there. They don't have anything to kill. They're like, okay, we're gonna camp their spawn, and wait, where is everyone? They're not here. I can't kill them. There's, of course, the guy in the C6 block, but that's one. Team 1 has already got the A point, the B point, the C point, so there's, you know, what are you going to do? You have nothing to kill, so you have to reassess. Like, if these guys would have pushed back around the hill and shot at Team 1 from behind and then moved to take the C point, the B point, screw the A point, because there's no point to it. It's too far out. Take those 2 points, you'll start the ticket drain, and they could have done a lot more. But they were only worried about one thing, and that was the spawn camp. And in a domination map, depending on the map, going for the spawn camp could be absolutely worthless for you. Specifically, when the enemy team has all 3 caps. And at this point, the match is done. We're just playing it out for prosperity's sake, I guess. I'm not sure. But while we play this out, I'm going to go into something else. Right now, I don't know the future of the after action reviews. Gaijin has removed the view replay option within the game. I don't know. And when you go into the battle and you can see the view server replay, I have a workaround currently. I don't know how long it's going to work or how long it's going to last. So these videos may end up coming to an end. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just somebody made a mistake and the replays are still there. But, you know, we're going to work with it, and we're going to go from, you know, whatever we got. We're going to do the best that we have to do. But you can always support the channel by hitting that subscribe button, smashing that like button. And if you dislike it, but tell me why. Tell me what I can do better. With that, I hope you guys have a great day.